Alright, so I posted one more. Just for good measure. Let's get it from the beginning. It's climbing. Let me show you the actual image. Alright, so it says, you have a choice. Keep being manipulated by liars and continue to lose in all aspects of your life, or open your eyes and free yourself from perpetual sadness and failure. Social justice warriors. I mean, they bring it on themselves. But they're mad at everyone else. It's crazy. They're cannon fodder. If you don't know what cannon fodder is, it's a term from the pirate days when they would run around the ship in a hurry to fight back or to attack someone, and gather up trinkets, glasses, pieces of chain, trash, food, anything that they can, shove it down the barrel of the cannon and use it to shoot and attack other ships. Social justice warriors, NPCs, liberals, whatever you want to call them, they are cannon fodder for the lack of a better label, evil people. I'm not a religious guy, but I see that Democrats and communists are trying to take over the world in a very nasty, almost demonic way, and I don't know what to describe it as, except for real, actual evil, not the shit that you see in movies and games where jump scares and ghosts and goblins and mythical blah blah blah, but real, true, concrete, solid evil that is observable. Look at the way that they target children. They try to manipulate them, confuse them on their gender, try to worm their propaganda into every single aspect of our lives, our movies, our shows, our video games. Look at how gamers in general are under constant attack. And I've said this before, it's because that gamers have the highest functioning pattern recognition of any other group in the world. That's what a game is. It's pattern recognition. It's a bunch of problems that you have to come up with a solution to. Whether it's a slow-paced RPG or a fast-paced, battlefield type experience, you are reacting to multiple problems as fast as possible. You are problem solving. You are recognizing patterns. And the best way to seek out and destroy evil is to recognize their behavior and their patterns and how they react and behave, and how do they attack. How can you counterattack? That's a gamer's mind. That's what a game is. We are geared to win battles. Sounds corny, but it's absolutely true. Why do you think the military, all militaries all over the world, join in military games before seeing actual battle? It's not for fun. It's to train your brain, of course, duh. No one's going to take a bunch of guys and throw them out in the battlefield with no training, right? Duh. Common sense. Well, let's use some of that common sense. Let's use it in the real world. Okay? Everyday world. So, the other two videos that I put together and plopped onto YouTube, I posted, and within 30 seconds to 1 minute, it was 1,000 views. And then it kept flickering back and forth, as you saw. This one, I waited about, I don't know, what's the timestamp? I don't know if it's on here. I don't know. I waited about a half hour, I think. People are still talking about it. It says it's trending at, what does it say over here? Mueller hearings, 326,000, 1.75 million. And so I think what this means is that now that they've discovered that this account, my game account, is tweeting this stuff basically against their their insanity, they've put me on a list. They know that this shouldn't be spread according to them, because it's against their agenda. So I think everybody has known that trending sections on every single website or platform or social media site has always been picked and chosen and pushed by corporations. I think anybody with a marketing background, or even people that just look at this stuff and go, who is looking at this trash? They have had that thought that it was, it was faked, it was rigged, it was, it's just like TV and radio. Turn on the radio. The shit that you hear on like top 40 stations, half of it you have to change the channel. It's not there because it's popular or because people want to hear that. It's there to be driven into your head. That's its purpose. Drive it in your head until you accept it, get stuck. You say, hey, what's that song? I've heard this before. It's to drill a presence in your head. So yeah, 204. What's this going on? This video is 6 minutes long already. So yeah, it's been, and this time I added 2 hashtags actually, so it should be reaching more people, but it's not. So you've got two possible outcomes. Either all 1,000, well, we don't know the real number, however thousands of people saw it and the numbers kept twitching back and forth, they all blocked me, and they're super snowflakes, right? I've never blocked anybody on any social media site ever. I just think it's like really, it's like such a weak, I don't see how seeing things from another perspective is a bad thing. Even if it's insane, you get tired of it, great, but you can always choose not to see it. I don't see the reason for blocking unless someone's harassing you. But yeah, so either they all blocked me, which is pathetic, or, which is much more likely, Twitter chose my name saying, okay, this guy's going against our agenda, put him on the list. Don't let it spread, don't let people see it. Anyone who does see it, compartmentalize it to only other people who think the same. And that, oh, by the way, that's another thing. I should make a video about that. A lot of social media sites, they don't just shadow ban you. A lot of them don't shadow ban you. What they do is they compartmentalize, which means they put you in a pool of other people who are also saying the same things. A lot of people call this an echo chamber. It happens a lot with liberals, but they do it on their own because they're snowflakes and they can't handle outside influence beyond their bubble, beyond their echo chamber. So they voluntarily choose this. But when you get to more independent or conservative, these are people that want to gather as much information that they can. So social media sites know that. They compartmentalize you. They block you into only the information that they want you to see to limit your scope and understanding of really what is happening. So basically there's 2 echo chambers. One echo chamber is full of a bunch of idiots who chose to be there. The other echo chamber is yours. It's more like a prison so that you can't spread. Anyway, it's almost 10 minutes and this concludes the experiment. See you later.